Alright guys, match 3 versus Prism Proteges. This is the one where Yogi comes in for Eagle. We lose 1-2, so uh, obviously as we can see on the screen there's several saves there, so but I feel like we got better offense on this lineup. Um, let's see how it goes down. Okay, so squeeze should go cheat, B goes left, there for a 50. Okay, so let's go back to that. So 50, get down here. Okay, so yeah, I see the idea here. Obviously Ozzy turns away, so that means you have a free shot to the ball. It's just a bad touch, really. Nothing we can really say about that. It's just mechanically, you know. Gives him a center. Thankfully, Juxie's and Yogi's back, so doesn't end up hurting us. Okay. Control the ball up, yep. Get one more touch. Breeze is there. Okay, so yeah, this is up. Let me see. Let me rewind it a little bit. Okay, so yeah, I get the idea there, V. I'm not gonna mention that too much, but the point I want to make here is look at Yogi. He literally stays in that the whole time. He knows I'm up on orange side, so obviously he's got no back post, which means he's last back. He knows that, he realizes it, and what he does, he just waits at front post until V either confuses it or takes the ball. Yogi knows now to go. Okay. Yogi take a shot, it's blocked. I go for ball right there. Probably should have controlled that. Let's see what this looks like real fast. Okay, so V's last back. Yogi sees that, he turns in, turns out. Okay, yeah, right here. So Yogi, so right here, to avoid confusing your team, I would suggest if you're gonna turn up like that, because you know V's back, so he's got his eyes on you. He's waiting for you to make your move in order so that he can make his next move. You turn up, but then you turn away. You probably realize that you can't go for the ball, but um, if you're gonna turn up, I think you should just commit to it. That way, V knows exactly what's gonna happen. Because then by turning away like this, it's an awkward spot. Because then V's like, I can push, but one, I don't have boost, and two, I'm the last man back. So either commit to it or verbally, tell V's, hey, I can't, I'm going out. So that way he knows what to do next. Juxies gets a touch. See, then you turn back up mid or turn back up. That's just very confusing because you should know that me Squeezy's coming back from trying to bump from the side. Yogi should have just kept going back in that case. Could have had V's back, and then yeah, see that we have nobody defending back. So yeah, just either commit to it or just verbally say it. So now we're all scrambling back. Right there again, I probably should have controlled it. I think I probably panicked, thought it was in or something, but yeah, that's where I gotta control that ball out. Again, another just random flip. I should have controlled it. Yogi's front post. Ree probably says he's back post, so he goes for that boost, but knows he can't get it. It's awkward stuff. Yeah, I remember following this one. Get a touch on it, but then you both turn back. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, I see. Okay, so two mistakes here. Okay, so Yogi, you see V's in front of you. You see I'm up front, chasing the ball. So at this point, stay back post. You don't want to creep up like this, usually ever, just because it's going to leave you in the most awkward position to try and make a save if either I miss or V can't hit the ball. So stay back post. V, definitely, even I know you have no boost, but just follow me up, just in case a 50 dies right there in front of me, you're there to clean it up. Instead of turning back up towards goal, keep going down this midline. If you would have done that, you probably would have had that mid boost, and you would have been two, and you would have been on that side already with full boost. So yeah, this one V gets a 50, Yogi's two, I'm coming back three. Yogi's there for the ball, gets beat, I'm back. Yeah, that's another, gotta control that ball instead of just banging it. Yeah, just gotta control that. They get beat, V's there to get boost, gets the ball. Yogi turns up mid, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. I think I'm two right now. Got the ball there, V's back. Yeah, at this point, V, that's a little too much. I know Yogi and myself are rotating out or coming across their net, but if you see two people in front of you, that means your last bag, so you can't really be cheating up this far. Um, you get a good touch on it anyway, but still, it's just very awkward because now Yogi has no boost and he's scrambling back, so you get beat there. Yogi turns up. It leads to a goal. Cool. Yeah, so like situations like those don't always mess you up, but it's always best to just, how do I say it? Because I know at this point we were down 0-2, so we obviously don't want to go down 0-3, so we're kind of like playing a little bit faster, more aggressive, stuff like that. But just make sure to always keep in mind your basic rotations and just knowing when to push, knowing when to lay back, and all that good stuff. hmm Let me see what could have been in there. Yeah, okay. All right, so Yogi, two things here. So I guess it really comes down to the way I play, but usually if I'm ever like in your position where I'm like driving towards front post, but there's somebody back, I usually will travel along this path, boost path lane and then get back post instead of cutting through the front, inside and out and all that. It just leaves you awkward. So that's just a kind of like a picky thing. Just really comes down to your play style. But also number two, um, you should be able to note that once I get there, when we get there, right here, you should see that I have zero boost. You should call me off and be like, I'll go two, I'll go two. And that means you can follow up with V and then BS2 because now I'm two, but I have no boost here. So if the roles were switched, I was still back post collecting pads around here. Yogi would have been here where I'm at, and he would have been able to go up for this ball. Instead, I can't get there. All right, so here, Yogi, again, we all do this. It's kind of crazy how much we've been doing it. I feel like that's probably one of the biggest reasons why we lost all four games, but right here, just control it. Ozzy's going away. Dino Chicken's way back there covering that. Juxies is just waiting for you to bang it away. And I think by this point, 3 games into the series, um, they probably already talked to themselves, in between matches, and they told each other, hey, like these guys just bang the ball away. They don't control it. They don't do any of that stuff. So let's just lay back, wait for them to make the mistake, and we'll capitalize on those. So another instance where we should be controlling the ball instead of just banging it to them, because that just gives up possession. Um, Let me see what happens back here. Okay, so V's 2, I'm going for boost back here. Ball's over V. I'm back, I can get that. Okay. V's 1. Yogi's 2. Yeah, I remember that play too. Let me see. 50. Alright, V, let's check this shit out. So he's trying to make a play. I think he gets a second touch. Yep. At this point, he obviously, I think VU expected the ball to keep going past Dino, but when it doesn't and it just like dies there, you're in the position, right? But you have zero boost and you're at such an awkward angle that all you can do with it is either miss or you're just going to drive it backwards. In this position, obviously, it's hard to predict because it's Rocket League is such a game of like last second decisions. But let's see. At this point, I know you're in front of the ball, but just back out. Try and come maybe just like go through this net, bump some players, pick up some pads on the way back so you have like at least 40 boost by the time you're rotating here. Then I'll follow up. But anyway, um, hold on. All right. Anyway, you should just realize in the game of Rocket League, it's going to be such an awkward touch for you. Yogi's there too. So you should be able to just either verbally hear him, hey, I'm two, I can go for whatever, stuff like that. So yeah, the best thing here to do is just rotate out. Don't even try to touch the ball because it's you have no boost and it's an awkward position for you. Yeah, this is close to where a goal is given up, I think. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, because Yogi's now a little bit confused. He's like, can I go for that? Can I not? Gets beat, but gets a 50, favorable. I'm there to try and chase and commit. Get a touch, try and pass. B gets beat. Okay. Get bumped off. Control, a little bit more control there. B's front post, he goes for the ball. Double commit and goal. So, let's see. Let's slow that down. So let's see where it starts. So first off, again, control that ball. I should not be just banging it around like that. Gives them position, V's there. Yeah, I feel like I remember. Yeah, I think V said he didn't expect it to go off like that, but uh, yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming, but I think Yogi at this point sees that V is awkward as fuck, and he's not gonna make a touch. So at this point, he's like, "Fuck it, I'll go." But Juxies is off. Nobody's back post. Ozzy gets a free shot to net. So yeah, I get the idea there, Yogi, but I would be a little bit more patient. Just a little bit more. Just wait in the middle of the net. If I'm coming back, I probably voiced it. If I'm coming back, just try and just be a little bit more patient. Because if you are, you're in perfect position to take that ball and just run with it. Take it up wall, create a play. Dino's the only one back. And even then, he's at such an awkward angle that he won't be able to catch up to you over that side. So, yeah, that one just more patience. Okay. Yogi goes right. V cheats. Good beat. I remember this one. I was just out of boost, and I was like, I'm gonna try and get a 50 off him, but Dino misses, so I'm like, shit. Just hit the ball off. Let's see. Siogi's one now. V's two. Yeah, we had several shot opportunities, but they were just always there to defend. Let me check that out real fast. Siogi gets his touch. Turns up to the ball. Yeah, Yogi. So, okay, I see. So let me see. So Yogi, after you make this touch right here, and then you start driving back out, I think right here you realize that I probably can't get that ball, so let me go get mid boost. But then you're like, psych, I can probably go for it. But then you turn back, you get that boost, and then you turn in. Um, so to start off, I think you should have just, after you made your touch there, just bail straight to mid boost. You see me there, okay, now you're third, and then you let me take that ball, take that shot. Because now once again, like we have nobody back. All it takes is one decent uh, ball in the air and they get a score. So at that point, just realizing you're third, you do. You realize, oh shit, I can't get there, so now you turn back. Good job of shadowing. I think you're gonna try and catch it. Nice. Yup, yup. Then you'll beat him to that. Yup. He's 2, I'm 3. You get beat. Push. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so again, so I see V up. Yogi's out there collecting pads or something after that challenge. I should have realized, hey, I'm last back. Let me just chill back post. Because if I do, I'm still back post, probably mid. Yeah, I would have had a much better angle at that if I had waited back post instead of creeping up as last man. So leads to a friendly pass, and this is where they score. Yeah, and then Yogi just has no boost. So that goal was fully on me. I should have been back post waiting the whole time. Yep. After this, for the last 2 minutes, our defense tightens up, and we get, what, 4 shots? Or no, JK, other way around. I think their defense just started killing us here. 50, Yogi goes. I turn up 3, 2. Can't make a touch, circle around. Yogi's 1, V's 2. Good, good. I'm there. Yogi turns 2, nice. V's back. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so right this is a perfect example of when to actually bomb the ball away. Juxies is coming at you full force. Obviously, you can't control the ball in that situation because he's got all the momentum. If you control it, Justice, all he has to do is just get a nice 50 on you. Boom, it's in net. So this is a good example of just booming the ball away. Give yourself a chance to make an airplay. Dano's ready though. I remember that play too. So let's see. Okay, so Yogi at this point, I feel like, let me see. Slow it down. If he goes for the ball, Yogi, you have 0 boost, or like 20 maybe. Just go back and get that corner boost. There's no point in trying to rotate around. I know I probably didn't comment at the time that I was back post, but you just have to rely that you can't make a play on this ball from that position. First, because you have 20, maybe 25 boost. And second, because there's just no way you can circle around and get that ball right there. So yeah, next time just get that corner boost. Just trust that I'm there in back post. You just got to trust your teammates sometime. And if it goes in, that's at least, on third man's fault. It won't be yours because you kind of prioritized the situation of the game. So at this point, I should have had the ball there because then I could have banged it out to corner, controlled it. Nobody's on that side. I could have just made a play. Instead, it goes out this way where all 3 players are facing. So not a good situation there. You beat that first 50, but Ozzy's right there to pick it up. I'm challenging. Get a touch wide. Good patience V, I think. Yogi's back. I'm up trying to bump, I think. I don't know. So that's another, I don't know what this was. Maybe miscommunication or something. So V notices he gets beat. So yeah, okay. So V, after this, you know you're beat. That's why you turned away. You see Yogi back. He's got at least 50 boost. And he's got these several pads right there. At this point, V, just realize, hey, my teammate's back. I don't have to worry about it. I can just go around this side to block maybe a 50 that might come if Yogi doesn't get a good touch. But yeah, definitely right there. You guys confuse each other. And I think, yeah, I think that would have been the better play for Yogi to take it. But it just comes with realizing getting more game sense and knowing when to turn away and to push. Yeah, so that's also my fault right here. Um, it's kind of what V just did, but I need to do a better job of seeing that Yogi's back there. So he's got a much better angle at that. He doesn't have to turn anyway, or he doesn't have to turn at all. All he has to do is just drive straight, and he'll be a good two. On the other side, I have to circle around, and that's just gonna make shit awkward. So in that position, I should just go back post and let Yogi be two, because then that makes it awkward. I have to chase this, control the ball up, get a 50. Yogi's front post, V's back, full boost. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so I get that. V should be two. I think Yogi's, yeah, a little too far and too wide to be two, so Yogi's three. Yogi sees that, he waits, goes for a shot, that's okay. Rotating out, V goes. I think at this point too, we're down 1-2, and obviously under a minute left, you kind of start panicking. And at this point, you just want to get a shot in, right? So um, usually I wouldn't suggest all three players being up on offense until there's maybe like 20 seconds or less left. Because 55, that's a minute. That's a lot of time. You, I remember one game we got scored, what, like 4 goals off kickoffs in 30 seconds. So a lot can happen in a minute. So at this point, we need to be a bit more patient and know that the situation isn't as dire as it should be or isn't as critical. So I think that started with me though on one side. Trying to bump, trying to bump. V goes, Yogi goes. I should be rotating out, get that full boost. Yeah, it's just awkward. I don't know. So now we're all up. Luckily, I think he misses this. Yeah. Try to get a touch out, 0 boost. Side turn away from it. V's there. I think he gets it. Nope. Let's go back a little bit. So yeah, we just all tripled in that area. So not much you can do about that. Trying to get back. I can front post. Let's try to get a touch. Okay, so yeah, you guys are both empty boosts. Yeah, this is where we need to prioritize getting pads on the way back. Because, let me try and do this slower. We all triple. Okay, okay, okay. I feel like this review is longer than the first one. Okay, so at this point, V, you see that you have to be third man back. So at this point, I'd go around this way, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 right here. I don't know if you can see it, but this one right there. um, then that would put you in a great position to be back post. Yogi, you could probably get that pad right there. Um, and then at that point, you could have gotten that mid pad too. So you would have been front post with like 30 boost, maybe 25. V should have been back post with 40. But instead, you guys kind of just like bunch up back post. Both have no boost, and nothing can be followed up, which gives Juxies a good ball to the side. Yogi's getting boost. V's just awkward as hell. Can't get a touch. Yogi's on backboard. Let me see what your thought process was there, Yog. Okay, I see. Yeah, the ball's up in the air. You think it's coming backboard. That's fine. V misses. Yogi under jumps. Thankfully, that was off, but yeah, okay. So yeah, right here, Yogi, instead of turning back, I know you have full boost, but instead of turning back into the play, just keep going where V is, or even just circle around until you get my back right here. Never turn back into the goal like this, because then that's just another shooter for me. Because say it bounces off your car weird, it's just another thing for third man back to worry about. Because now instead of Dino up here, Ozzy up here shooting, I also have to worry about dodging you driving back into the net. which just makes it a bit awkward. Obviously, it's not your fault that this went in, but it all just started with improper rotations at back posts and then turning back into net instead of just circling around like that. Because if you're not there, I get a ball clear, and then V can take it up the wall probably. So thankfully that didn't go in, but uh, we can't have plays like that. So now you're in an awkward position trying to dodge demo. We're all just like panicking, going for the ball. Ozzy's there, nobody challenges. He's up. Trent puts it in. We all triple again. At this point, we're just panicking though. Yogi goes. I'm there again. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So this is another example of me not following my own advice. I'm like driving back towards you. That's again never a good thing. I should have circled out, given you a free pad to a 50. Instead, I just like creep. I don't know what I was thinking there, but yeah, it stays back on our side. Yogi's there, gets a touch. I go for boost. V's front post. Gets a touch, which is all that's needed. I'm there. A little bit of a double. Yeah, I see the thought there, Yogi, but next time just like lay back. Um, yeah, because right there you should see that I'm back post and I'm ready to guard anything that, stays in the middle range. So at that point, just hold off. Let me take that ball. And instead, what happens, um, you're now going to go up with like 10 boosts maybe. V's got 0 boost. Whereas if you had laid off, you would have been in a much better position here to help out V with a touch. Okay, so at this point, I think you realize that V probably has a better shot at this and that you're too far away from the play to make a play. But this is, again, one of those situations where you, as a team, I don't want to single you out, but this is just an example, right? You want to avoid from looking like you're going to take a shot and then turning away from the play. That only confuses. First man, Vreeze doesn't really matter because he probably can't see you in that section and he knows it's his ball. But if you're gonna go for it, just go for it. Just go for it. Even if you miss it, all you gotta do is just make a challenge and make it harder for the other team. Yogi gets a ball. I go for that. I get beat. Yogi's front. Gets that boost, realizes he can catch or bomb. Right there, probably I would have just caught it. Ozzy gets a touch. Breeze is awkward as hell. And that's where the game ends. Let's see that real fast. 4 seconds, I mean, yeah. Yeah, right there, V, I would have just hung out back post. Probably would have given you a chance to catch the ball off the backboard. But yeah. So, yeah, I'll just end it here and I'll write something up in the team chat, just like a little summary of it. But yeah, let me know if there's anything I can do differently here. Obviously, I'm not on PC, so I can't like draw all over the place and show things, but this is the best we can get on console. Peace.